The average person, when first hopping onto a diet, never thinks about protein. In fact, the average person has no real concept of proteins, fats, and carbs. Like, they don't truly understand it. First thing that people initially see as a positive diet is what is actually just a crash diet. And this is bad. This is something that's made up of only light meals of barely anything, just salad, vegetables, fruit, and fiber. Now, these three things are very important, but they disproportionately undereat. They find it very convenient to just rebound and gain all the weight back, and yo-yo diet, as it's called. And this is why so many diets are unsuccessful, because they don't focus on the fundamentals and they don't even understand it. But we're not here to be average, we're here to be above average. And that's why when undertaking your first diet, you need to understand that protein is the most important factor when considering dieting. Now, this may be new to people, as the only thing they focus on when they look at the nutrition labels of foods would be fat or sugar content. Oh, it's too many sugars, it's bad for me. That's just scratching the surface. And if there's a high number of protein, they think it's a bonus. From now on, it should not be a bonus. It should be the primary focus. Benefits of protein. Protein foods by themselves are very filling and satiating. They're actually the most satiating form of macronutrient between proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. The amino acids in protein are essential for muscle growth and repair. And for someone who may not even be interested in getting stronger and weight training and all that, still maintaining lean body mass is very important because it's metabolically active. Now, this means that for every pound of lean body mass that you have, lean tissue of muscle per day, that alone can burn 150 calories. Now, why is that important? The more lean mass that you retain, if you have a good amount to start with, is better for you because you can maintain a healthier body weight and keep a healthy metabolism. Healthy metabolisms are not congruent with a crash diet. Why else is protein very important? Well, protein takes effort to digest in the digestive system. Since your digestive system is a bunch of organs and internal muscles working together, basically, it has to work to break down food. And for protein, that is the hardest food for it to break down, which means it takes longer to digest and your body burns more calories when digesting protein. This is otherwise known as the thermic effect of food. This thermogenesis, this way of the body metabolizing food and nutrients, it works really well, high amounts of protein and fiber, because they take the most effort to digest. The thermic effect of food is measured on a percentage base. So for 100 calories of fat that you may eat, you will only have a thermic effect of about 2 to 4% of those calories. Carbohydrates, a little bit higher, but still not much. It's about 6 to 8% of those calories that have a thermogenic effect of the food. But protein, as well as fiber, has a thermic effect of 30%, which means theoretically, if you eat 100 calories of protein, you only net 70 calories. Your body's metabolizing 30 calories in return. Pretty freaking cool if you ask me. Now, why else is protein essential? There are 9 essential amino acids that are found in protein. Amino acids are basically a form of chains that clump together in bundles, and these form proteins. There's many different proteins. There's the protein that we eat. There's proteins that make up DNA and all this other stuff and biochemical stuff. I'm not an expert in that stuff, but that's not my cup of tea. But this is advice for people aspiring to be gym bros. So let's keep it on the low. But for these essential amino acids, you need to digest it through food because it's not available in your body. Most amino acids your body can produce itself, but there's 9 in particular that your body needs to digest to get the benefits. This means you need to eat a variety of protein sources. So not just legumes and soybeans, not just corn. Because, for example, many of the people who hop on these crash diets, for some reason, just absolutely cut out the most important foods. Red meat and salmon and these fatty things. All they have is just beans, salads, and they try to go vegan and, you know, real extreme stuff. Limiting food groups, I would not recommend personally, because if you limit food groups, it is harder to get the essential amino acids that you need. And when you experience the variety of protein sources, they're very hard to overeat on. Rather, if you start your day with a high protein meal and, you know, presumably you decide to keep the rest of your meals the same as you normally would, you'd normally snack on that Snickers bar later in the day, you'd actually tend to eat less after that high protein breakfast meal. So you may not feel inclined to grab that freaking scrumptious Snickers bar. The benefits are even greater if you can spread these high protein meals throughout the day, constantly keeping protein synthesis occurring. Let's say if you had a evening event, like you're going out to dinner or going to a restaurant with family friends or just some big party or whatever. Make this one behavior change a habit. Before you do that, just have a protein shake. Now, that protein shake would just be protein, pure protein, from protein powder. And that action itself will make you drastically lose cravings for those junk foods that are so tempting. And you'll naturally tend to eat less. A high protein diet has little to no downsides. People say that high protein messes up your gut, your digestion, or you get gassy and start farting and shotting all over the place. I haven't found that to be the case. My gut has been very healthy. I also eat high fiber foods and a wide variety of foods, but I eat very, very high protein for my body weight. And I haven't noticed being extra gassy than the person next to me in school, let's say. It all seems fine. So I definitely recommend it. And it's definitely the macronutrient that you can go all out on, because the calorie value is lower compared to that of fat. It has a very satiating effect, so you won't even want to eat so much protein unless you choose to go all carnivore, baby. Not for me, at least not right now. We'll see if that happens down the road. But in conclusion, eat your veggies, eat your fiber, and also incorporate various high protein foods as the foundation of your diet. This can include animal products like lean beef, eggs, salmon occasionally, egg whites, as well as beans, legumes. But caution to try to avoid highly processed forms of protein, such as ham, bacon, certain types of sausages, the very popular ones, and processed burgers, as the links between processed meats and cancer is always a concern. But for the clean meats and for the unprocessed whole foods, chow down. Be my guest. Just grab that tomahawk and rip it off the bone, bro. Go hard. Anyways, hope you found some value from this. Hope you got some steep insight, and I wish you luck on your diet journey. Please let me know how it goes. I'll be here to help. I'm Nick Steep, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.